Okay, it's here. Let's open it. That was a good start. Wow, that is very nice. Very nice. Feels a lot smaller. I was expecting it to be much bigger than this. It looks so much bigger in the videos. Lovely presentation. And this is like having a wall socket in your car. Beautiful case. Very nice indeed. And I'm looking forward to trying these out. Okay, here we go. The first word that comes into mind is wow. I cannot believe I have this in my hands right now. My goodness, look at this. Whew. It's very surreal. And the crease, you can hardly feel it with your fingers. Although it's very visible, you can hardly feel it at all, which is very nice. Gosh. The black color is gorgeous. Okay, let's have a very sturdy hinges. Very, very sturdy hinges. I'm almost afraid to fold it properly. It's so thin, it's ridiculous. Okay, I promise soon I'm going to stop gushing and just get on with it. Okay, let's try the first boot up and see what happens. I cannot believe I have the Huawei Mate XT in my hands. Thank you to, well, you know who you are. Okay, let's set this thing up. We're going to go through the initial setup phase so that you can see what to expect. Here are your usual terms and conditions. We're going to go SIM-less while we're doing this. Okay, the usual entering of the Wi-Fi password. And there is some flickering. You may be able to see on your screens. You cannot see this when you have the phone physically in front of you. Okay, let's agree all of this. And I'm going to try and get back all the cloud items I had from my old accounts. I'm not going to use any of those services. And again, wallet, I don't think that's going to work. but I will try that later on. And we're just going to go through the services so that you can see what you want to enable, disable, if you are crazy enough to get this phone. Meantime, I'm not going to use any of the Chinese services because they're just not going to work. And while I'm doing this, I'm looking at the form factor, and it's weird in a good way, in a very good way. Okay, I'm not going to use any of those services. Right, let's get on with it. And these are all my old Huawei devices. Wow. And we're just going to move all my data from the Pixel folder onto the XT. And there we go, we're done. Of course, that took a lot longer than the video shows. It took about 5 minutes to move everything over, so not too bad. And here we go with some warnings on what not to do to the screen. Oh, very nice. Finally, we are where foldables should have been from the start. This is what everybody imagined a real foldable to look like. And the Mate XT is getting a lot of slack. It's getting a lot of slack online, and people making fun of it. Reports of screens breaking within an hour of use. I'm hoping this doesn't happen here, but whether they're true or not, who knows. I'm just going to keep my eye on everything. And we have a day 1 software update. I'm just going to show you exactly what is updated, and I'm going to install that a bit later on. Right, let's go through some more of the settings. And as you can see, I went straight into dark mode. Easy on the eyes. Okay, let's have a look. And these are your Wi-Fi settings, self-explanatory. I'm going to go through a few of the options. Okay, and the satellite connectivity, I very much doubt that's going to work in the UK, so we're just going to have a quick look at it and move on. Very interesting. I'll have a closer look at this section later, but as of now I only have one Huawei device. Okay, and here we have all our different connectivity settings, VPN, private DNS, and so on. And home screen styles. I have mine on compact right now. I think it just looks better. When you have a screen this big, you want to fit as much into the screen as possible. We'll have a quick look at standard. But as you can see, compact is just fitting more icons onto that screen, which is what I prefer. Okay, we'll have a look at the themes a bit more later on. And I don't really see any difference in the flicker reduction. I wonder if that's visible in the video itself. But as you can see, we have flicker reduction on. Still see and flicker reduction off. Any differences? You tell me. And I do like my screen timeout to be around the 2-minute mark. And in the interest of saving battery, I'm just going to put this down to standard refresh rate. We're going to go through the options. So we have maximum 90 Hertz, understandable. Why they didn't go for the 120 Hertz is very understandable. But so far the battery seems okay. I know it's really early days, but I expected the battery level to drop a bit faster than this, so I'm quietly optimistic. Okay, we have the split view options, app scaling, and so on. I'm going to delve really deep into this a bit later. Here we have the sound settings, sound boost, okay, that will only work with headphones, I think. Notifications. I hope I don't have any problems with notifications on this phone, as it happens quite often on Chinese phones, as we're all aware. If you're into Chinese phones, you know this. Okay, apps and services, all the options, self-explanatory. And here we are with the battery settings. Now, one thing, we have a charge limit. That is such a lovely option to have. Thank you, Huawei. Lovely option to have. I'm going to leave mine around 80 or 90 at all times to keep that battery longevity. And we're going to stay connected while asleep. So I will report back on the battery life when I've had a chance to really feel it out. But as you can see, I've left the battery indication showing on the top right hand corner of the phone, and it's not dropping like a stone with the screen fully open. Nice. Okay, and we have the storage settings here. I do have the 512GB version. And my old Huawei cloud storage. I think I'm going to get back onto that. Still quite cheap, monthly charge. Okay, your security settings and your privacy settings, usual standard stuff. Digital balance, never use it. More processing power used for nothing. Huawei Assistant, never going to use that one. Accessibility settings, I'll delve through that a bit more later. HMS Core, something I'll look at later as well. Right, let's carry on. The usual system navigation settings, language input. Let's have a look and see how many languages this phone supports. Just going to scroll through briefly, and hopefully the language you're speaking is on there. Not that you're going to buy this phone anyway. And I'm not going to tell you how I got my hands on this phone. That's top secret. Okay, and the About Phone section, just to show you 1 August security patch. And I am just in awe a little bit right now. I keep on forgetting how to fold this thing. I almost folded it incorrectly. It's just incredible. I'm afraid to fold it fully. Not that it feels flimsy in any way, it feels sturdy. This could be the most, I hate saying this word, this could be the most premium feeling phone I've ever held, and the hinges are some of the stiffest. And it closes magnetically, and it's just really sturdy in the hand. I heard a lot of people saying it was heavy, but I don't find it so. Wow. Now let's try the case quickly. Very nice case. Case is needed just to protect that little exposed hinge, and it does it very well. Very minimal and light case, adds no weight to the phone. Right, thank you for watching. I hope you can join me in my next video, where I'm going to attempt to put this screen protector on. See you in the next one.